I'm in the hood all day. See me on the court, don't play.
Oh.
What's up, what's up? It's your boy Bezo. First episode of PageTurner. Alright, how everybody feeling?
Feeling good, glad to be here.
Alright, man, I'm gonna introduce the panel. I'm gonna start off to my left. I got my girl Beck-G from Famous Radio.
Hey everybody.
So over here I got Prince Hakeem, the founder of Famous Radio.
What's up, y'all?
And I got the lovely Dani Bell. How you doing, Dani?
I'm good.
And of course, you know, this show is basically talking about politics, love, entertainment, sports, everything. And I put everything on the table. And, you know, I'm just glad that everybody's here with me and everybody's watching the show. So we're going to start off with the question of the day.
All right.
What are the signs to let go in a relationship? Now, to all the... Yeah, whoa. Well, this is not for us to answer.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
This is for the public to answer.
Y'all already know that answer.
I know I have a couple of situations. Beck-G, everybody has that, but this is for that. So hit us up at facebook.com/PageTurner Entertainment. All right. So everybody feeling good?
We're feeling good.
First episode, man. It's a blessing and everything. We're gonna start off with the first topic. Is President Obama really doing a good job as president? Now, they said his approval rating is as low as Bush's back in 2007, 2008, which is 37%. What you think about that, Beck-G?
Well, you know, first of all, 37% of anything is not the majority.
Right.
And when we talk about his likability and his approval score, that's not a good thing. That's the short and the simple of it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, this really goes back to you can't please everybody all the time.
Right.
And it's hard to measure how good of a job he's doing. What I can say is that it's amazing to watch him, and as it has been every other president that I've lived through, affect change. So we have had some major changes in America implemented, and that's been impressive to watch. So beyond the razzle and the dazzle of it, though, I still walk around every day and see my neighbors and my friends jobless. I see my fellow former co-workers homeless. I see families struggling, and at the end of the day, that's the measure. Are people in America eating?
Right.
Are they working?
Right.
Are we able to share and take care of each other?
Right.
And we're not in the best place we've ever been. So y'all figure out what that means.
What you think about that, Prince?
Well, I think when President Obama actually got into office, he already had a very big task already in hand, and it's not just him; it's a collective. You know, our government is not made of just the president. It's actually made of a legislation and other people that's there to actually pass these laws that will help. You know, people that's without work or need health care. You see how they try to stop them on the Obamacare, and that was to help people. So I think that he had a lot of roadblocks in the way, and it's really hard for him to actually put things in motion the way he wants to if he doesn't have the right people behind him. And there's been some people from day one that say they will never back anything he says, or do anything that he wants to do. There has been Republicans that end up joining his cause because they see that what he was doing actually helped us as citizens. And is he doing a good job? He's doing the best he can for what he got. I mean, what do you want more from a man that came in into the office with all odds against him? So that's just my thing, pro Obama. So
what you think about that, Dan?
I'm making short and sweet. In a general sense, basically, like you said, like Prince said, he came in, it was a mess. It was a mess. And I don't care who would have come in at that particular time.
Right.
They were coming into a mess. Nobody's going to clean that up in 4 years. It's not going to be cleaned up in 8 years.
Right.
Period, point blank. And Bush did that.
Right.
So
How
that
can we forget, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because his approval rate, it was so much higher. But
Right.
he made the mess. Now somebody had to come behind him and clean it up.
Right.
First and foremost. And then secondly, like he said again, he doesn't have everybody behind him.
Right.
He does not. And he's a politician.
Yeah.
What politician, black, white, Asian, Mexican, is going to come in and do what everybody wants them to do?
Right.
It's politics. They're going to take care of theirs first, period, and point blank.
Right.
You know, I mean, you get what you get, and all you can do is hope for the best and pray that it works itself out some kind of way.
Yeah.
Right. The thing, my thing is basically, they rather see the country go down the toilet than to help the president. I mean, we already know with all the pictures of him like an ape and talking about, you know, Michelle Obama, you know, with a picture of an ape and everything like that. I mean, it's just, really, are we coming to that point there where...
That doesn't say whether or not he's doing a good
job.
That has nothing
That's
to do
gonna
with
happen.
the work that he's doing. That has to do with the fact that he's a black man.
Yeah.
I think that what is happening is that we have, as a people, accepted somehow. Now we're at a point where we can disrespect the president.
Yeah.
We've never been able to disrespect the president.
Right.
Ergo, Bush having a shoe thrown in his head.
Right.
He probably deserved it.
Maybe.
Right.
But we just get to a place where we forget that these leaders
Right.
are people that we voted for.
Absolutely.
I was living in Atlanta when I voted for President Obama, and as many people can say, well, I didn't vote for him because he was black. I paid very close attention to that.
Right.
And it was a monumental moment for my family.
Right.
And I remember going down to Ebenezer Baptist Church when the announcement was made in Atlanta, and it still brings tears to my eyes. And it was a historical moment. And I saw it, and I tell you, there were people celebrating in the street, black, white, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, alike, because we finally saw something different.
Right.
And it was a sense of hope, because we thought we were going to get something different. Like we were going to see this major, immediate, and drastic change.
Right.
And there was a lady, I'll never forget, we were in front of Ebenezer Baptist Church, and I watched all of these major people in the black community, let's just say what it is, walk out of Ebenezer Baptist Church in silence. It was an amazing, touching moment in this big, huge city, right? This lady walked up to my family and she was crying. She was 90 years old. The first time she'd ever voted.
Wow.
And my son, he was 2, and he reached up and wiped her tears. Oh my gosh. And she said, "We did it. We did it." She's like, "I lived to see this." And that stuck with me, and I said, we have a duty, and I was confessing to my team here that you know, we have to be able to understand our topics and understand what's going on in politics and in the White House. So,
I know we gotta go. I just want to say this. Just to tag onto Obama, we need to stop holding him as a savior. He is a politician.
He's a politician.
He's a president.
Like Dani
he has
said,
a job
at the
to
end of the
do.
day.
And I think we came in the game thinking he was going to be the savior of all people. And he did what exactly he said he was going to do, and that's to run the country.
And that's it. And I said that to say the drama of him being in office is over. And we got work to do. So.
And I mean, the whole point of that, what I was saying pretty much was that, you know, instead of them, you know, helping and getting this country back on its feet from everything else, then, you know, they decide to do other stuff to slander him. So, you know, to the government and everything, I mean, it's really not that serious, but we definitely do need to get this country back on track, you know, in order to get things going. The next topic is, should minimum wage be increased?
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, now, I'm going to say this right here. Anybody that's getting paid, an adult, a grown person that's getting paid $7.25 an hour, and that is $1,257 a month.
Wow.
Don't ask how I know about it. I don't know. $1,200 a month, that's for high schoolers.
Gee whiz.
Still living at home with your mom.
You're still living home with your mom. You cannot afford nothing these days. Maybe in 1980, but not in 2014. So what do you think about that, Dani? You think about the minimum wage being increased to that?
I mean, definitely it should be. Definitely. And one of the things, too, is most people that work for minimum wage do more work and more labor than the people that are making way more than them.
Exactly.
You know, and they're doing this work and labor and getting paid pennies and not being able to survive because of it. Rent can't be paid, light bills can't be paid, you know, and it's ridiculous at this point. You know, it goes back to that, and I don't know the words I want to use right now, but where the little people are always, we're trying as small people, we're trying to do the best that we can, and we're working hard 7 days a week sometimes, and we're still not rising to the top.
Yeah. No. Minimum wage was set for a reason. If everyone made $13, $14 an hour as minimum wage, then it'll be an unbalance. I don't think that the minimum wage jobs should have higher paid wages, higher paid job wages. That should make you strive to get, you know, more education, or strive to do better. You have to know where to start first. If you start at $7 and some change, you don't want to be there forever, but you can get comfortable. If the only thing you're making is minimum wage, you'll always want to be in a minimum wage job. So your goal is to get out of minimum wage and get a better job, if that's more education, or get better at your job, or aspire to actually get to the next level. Some people get complacent. So I think minimum wage is, I mean, it should be raised a little bit, but don't ask for no drastic changes.
Like,
I'll give you maybe 5 or 10 cents more, but other than that, nah, I can't do that. No, I'm telling you why. No.
One thing to that though, I hear you, and I get it, but how can you, with the economy changing the way things are getting more expensive every single day, if you're still making $7.25 an hour and you want to get your education, do this and do that, educate to go to school?
But listen,
nowadays, and the government not giving away money the way they used to.
I understand that, but this is the thing. A lot of y'all mentioned something like you can't pay your rent, you can't feed your kids. All right, but then I'm not saying this about everyone, but it is some people within this category that you dropped out of school, you have this minimum wage job, you had this person that did not finish even the regular educational part of their, and they just kind of just, I would go pick up this job and that's just what it is, and then you wanted to pay $1,000 in rent every month and you only make it $7 an hour. Like, let's be more realistic about that. You know, aspire to do more. You know, you have to have a starting point. If I knew coming out of high school I can make $12 an hour as minimum wage, then I would never do anything else. What else am I inspired to do? Nothing.
And I agree with what you're saying. That was exactly where I was going with it. And I think it points to a lot of things. When you have minimum wage, it is that for a reason.
Right.
And
it says minimum. Minimum wage.
Which doesn't mean this is all that you can make. There is more. That implies that there is more to get. But I think that if people who know better, it will encourage them to get a better education so that they can be compensated accordingly. But for those people who don't know better, that's who I feel a little bit sympathetic towards, because they think this is all that there is. And this is no knock to anybody who does make minimum wage. But know that there's more. Work harder.
Absolutely.
Do better so you can get better.
All right. We're going to pay some bills. Come back. It's your boy Bezo, Page Turner. Now turn the page.
Alright, y'all, we are back. It's your boy Prince Hakeem, and this is Famous Radio. We're going to head over to the phone lines real quick and take a call. Let's go to line 1. Hey, yo, caller, you on Famous Radio. What's good?
How you doing, Prince?
I'm good. Who I'm talking to?
This is Erica.
Erica, how you doing? What can I do for you?
I'm having a problem. My boyfriend doesn't find me attractive anymore, so I'm trying to figure out what can I do so that he looks at me like I'm sexy again.
Okay, so I see your problem. I'm going to help you out with that. What I need you to do is put on that sexy lingerie he likes so much. As soon as he come in the door, I want you to...
All right, we're back. It's your boy Bezo for PageTurner Entertainment. I got the next topic. The next topic is crazy. Why are side chicks winning? I should say, why are the hoes winning championships now?
Say what it is.
All right, now.
Do we have to talk about that today?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
We don't have enough time for that.
Yes.
You better
Since
make it
you're a
quick.
little long-winded, I'm going to start off with you.
Yeah, let me just, I'm going to knock this out.
Minute and a half.
Minute
Let's go.
and a half. Ready?
Go.
Go. Listen, I know side chicks. No, listen to me. And they call themselves, I'm the side chick. That's a handle.
Like
it's
a
a
badge.
title now. They wear it like a badge. And you know why? Because these chicks get it and they get freedom. They don't have to answer to anybody. They don't have to go home. They don't have to put a kid in the door and report. And they get, you know, like all people, when you feel like you taking, people who do the wrong thing, when you feel like you're taking something from somebody, this is what they think they're doing. I got your man. And they walk around, what's that song out? Like, she don't even know. She don't even know. You keep your mouth quiet. That's why I got the jag in your driveway, because you don't say nothing. Listen, ladies, that's not a good look. You see how cute I am? I don't have a man because of y'all. You see that?
Oh.
See how cute I am?
Well,
Because I won't be a side chick.
Prince.
Well, how about that?
Go ahead.
All right.
Oh man.
Hurry up.
Why? So I got a minute and a half. All right. So why side chicks are winning, man? I think like Beck-G said, man, they understand the game, they get it. They don't really want much, you know what I mean? And then you know what? I don't look down on side chicks. You know your position in your place. Play your position in your place. When you start want to do wifely duties, then you might get dismissed. But the thing is, you know, guys, this is a fantasy for most guys, and if y'all want to shoot me over that, whatever. But the thing is, if you can have, you know, one thing and have another, and one of them is cool with it, then they're gonna do that, you know. And the thing is, real talk, I blame y'all women, man. I'm gonna tell you why I blame y'all, because the thing is, if y'all not doing what you was doing in the beginning for your man, then he's gonna go find somebody that can do it for him. And the thing is, he's telling you, hey, Bag, so what's up with that thing you did for me on my birthday? Man, you ain't deserve that. Oh.
Really?
Well, I go to work every day, and I pay these bills every day. I had that jag in your garage, and now it's in hers, because you know why? She know how to use her tongue. That's just real.
Preach, bro.
So my thing is like, you know, you gotta look around the whole board, man. A relationship is two people, not just one. And man, or women, because they're side dudes now. Did you see that? They're side dudes now.
Yes.
And their side dudes is winning because, dude, that's a perfect scenario situation. So I mean, your man ain't at home doing his job. She's gonna go find somebody to do it too. So it is what it is.
Shame. Make it so hard.
Okay, minute and a half.
Go ahead, breathe. Go ahead and breathe.
I'm breathing.
I'll give you two.
Her response is gonna be
So
completely
it's
different
so
than what y'all
unfair.
think. I guarantee.
I know it is unfair. I know it is, man.
Hit it, Danny.
Really, you think?
I know.
Okay. All right. Okay. The question is, why are side chicks winning? I have one. Yes, they know the game. They playing it well. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. In my head, there's one reason why a side chick is winning, and I'm gonna use myself in a scenario. If I got a man, and I want to keep that man, I'm going to do everything that I need to do to make sure that man is happy. And when he walk out that door, he got no reason but to do his work and bring it back home.
Bring it back home.
He ain't got to think about another piece of ass, excuse me, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Go
Or
ahead.
anything of the sort, because he knows exactly what he got at home and exactly what's going to happen at home when it needs to happen. You keep a man how you get a man, period, point blank.
Right.
So
Get it.
side chicks are winning, like Prince said, because you as a woman are not doing what needs to be done to keep your man happy.
Duties.
Right.
And it don't mean you got to crawl on the floor and beg his this, that, and the other and be a slave, although sometimes that's not proper.
I mean,
but I'm just saying.
You know,
I'm
play the
just
role.
saying, you play the
So.
role. Hey, we've all done it. We grown. But if you're not doing what you need to do at home, then anybody, man, woman, gonna go out looking for it somewhere else. Period.
Right.
Point blank.
It's just difficult, and I make a joke about it in the beginning, but as a woman, there's just some things I'm just not willing to do, and I'm not willing to ever announce, be proud of being a side chick. I just can't do that.
Exactly.
I can't do it willingly. I can't do it knowingly, and because that's all you'll ever think of me, and that's all you'll ever expect of me. You'd never ever think about wifing me.
Right.
So I won't ever put myself in a position to be a side chick. And women, if you ever think that you're a side chick, or if you've ever said, that girl about to leave, he about to divorce his wife, honey, you are a side chick. You are not the main one.
Wow.
You're not the main one. Treat your dudes right. You know what I mean? My parents have been married for 38 years. And something as simple as this, my mother never eats before my daddy does. She don't chew gum. She don't cook toast before she said, I don't care how mad that you want something to eat. And they still together. They still together.
It's old-fashioned to some people.
Yeah.
The generations now, in our generation, we don't think like that anymore. As
Right.
women, because we feel like I ain't doing this for no man. He owe me, blah blah blah, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
We don't think in an old-fashioned way anymore,
Right.
and we need to really truly, as men and women, go
Right.
back to
Yeah.
those ways.
Yeah.
Because the point blank is this: keep your man happy, because regardless, the man is the head of the household.
Right.
I don't care if you do make more money than him. The Bible says keep your man happy.
Take it there. Take it
Hey,
there.
you know,
Take it there,
and you
Dan.
have to do that, because
Yeah.
if you want to be happy, he got to be happy.
Play your
It
role.
is.
Play your
It is.
role.
All right,
Yeah,
all
it
right,
is.
yo. So,
You better cook for daddy. You understand? You better cook for
And make
daddy.
him play too. You
You know what I'm saying?
And take it to him.
Take it to
Yeah,
him.
hit it next show.
Okay,
Next show.
I'm sorry.
You can't
I'm
give away all the secrets.
I see we're gonna have to talk about that again, yo. So that's gonna be really soon on the couple of episodes of Page Turner. All right. All right. The next topic here: increase of HIV/AIDS in the Black and Brown community. I'm gonna put Latinos in there as well too. Now they say 80% of the new cases of HIV and AIDS pretty much belong with the Black and Brown community.
Wow.
And
Wow.
For the Black community, I think we're what 12, 13, maybe 20%. That's what they say. I
Right.
think it's more, but they for that low amount of people,
Yeah.
we take up 80%. So what
Right.
do y'all think
Can
about
I
that?
start this?
You know what?
Can I get it out the
Go ahead,
way?
please.
When we talk about increase of HIV in the Black community. Oh, you said, did you want to start?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna be quick because I know that y'all have some more
You go ahead,
insight.
Mama.
Just
Go ahead.
being in your
She got you.
professional.
I know she did.
got you.
But listen, this goes back to what we see on TV, what we hear in radio, what we see in media, and that's why as people in media we have a heavy duty to be very responsible with what we have, and that's to influence. And to look on TV and see people sleeping around, to turn on the radio and all we talk about is licking that, sucking that, and doing it. That's what younger people, and the AIDS cases are getting younger, am I right?
Right.
Yes.
They're getting younger, and that is such a tragedy. So the increase is directly and immediately related to what we see. It's what we see. And when people don't have anything to look up to, and they don't have any guidance, then media, radio, and TV, all of that is their parent.
Right.
And if all you see is sleep with me and your worth is some sex, ain't nobody talking about condoms and abstinence anymore. And that is why.
Yeah.
Period. Moving right along.
Dani?
I agree
Mhm.
with mostly everything you said. I don't believe that the media is completely number one reason by itself. I think a lot of it in our community, in the Brown community, has to do with the fact that we're too cool for it. We too good for it. We don't want to talk about it. It's tainted. It's a taboo.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't got this. I'm good. I'm walking around. I dress fly every day. Ain't got no sores, no this. I ain't been sick. I'm good. You know? Do I talk about it? I know someone that walked around and was HIV positive and refused to talk about it and say it because I guess they felt if they didn't, it wasn't
Go
really
away.
there.
Wow.
And was still sleeping with people. It's a man that went to jail for still sleeping with women because he refused to acknowledge it, because as long as he seemed and felt healthy, then there was nothing wrong.
Wow.
And we are ignorant in that sense. Yes, the media has a lot to do with it, but at the same time, we're afraid to even approach the topic itself.
Right.
There are days now in the year where it's go get tested days.
Yeah.
And they're doing it for free. But because we are scared to know what the outcome is going to be, we would rather walk around and have it and be sick than to find out if we do and try to do something and take care of ourselves from this point on. Because
Right.
people live with AIDS. Look at
Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
How long he had AIDS? 25 billion years?
Yeah.
30
You
plus.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
think he has
it's
it.
something that you can function and live with. So I think that a big portion of it is the ignorance and being afraid, because we as a people think that, and especially older black people, some black people that have this homophobic thing, they think it's just a gay disease.
Nah,
It's
it's
just
more
a
than
gay
that.
disease. But it's not.
It's definitely more than that.
It's not, and it's increased more in black females,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Age 25 to 35 or something like that. So I think a lot of it has to do with the fear factor and not wanting to know what the truth is, because if I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead on the street, just let it go and let it be.
Yeah.
I think that is the biggest part of it, you know, and because of that, it spreads.
Yeah.
What you think?
Real quick, I agree with everything I said. I think that Beck-G had a really valid point. Dani, you had a really valid point. I think that as the minority, Latino, African American community, we are targets. I think that it was targeted for us, and we did not do our due diligence by protecting ourselves and fighting the target. I think that we're not doing our part by educating our children in the beginning. I don't think we're doing our parts by holding our partners accountable. I think that if you're in a relationship that's not monogamous, which means that you're not married, that you should ask your partner to get regularly tested. It's nothing more than just going down there and getting it done. Because my thing is, if I'm going to be with you and we're not going to live in the same household and we're married up, you have all autonomy to go out here and do whatever you want to do, and then I'm not covered, you know. And I think that we need to hold ourselves more accountable to do that. So I think that you all had great points, but just understand that we are targets.
Right. And it's very, very, very important that you get tested and everything, because I mean that's your life and everything. And I know we as black people, especially black men, we really don't like going to the doctors and stuff like that, but it's very critical, very important to get tested. So definitely that. We're gonna pay some bills. We'll be right back. It's your boy Bezo, Page Turner, turn the page.
Welcome to Barbershop 1029, where we specialize in the latest trending cuts. Kids Caesars, $10. Mohawks, graffiti style, dreads, and dread maintenance. We also specialize in the latest women's styles, weaves, and roller sets. So come see our elite team at 67 North Mallory Street, Hampton, Virginia, 915-6899. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8, Saturday, 8 to 5. Also hiring barbers and stylists. Walk-ins are welcome.
All right, it's your boy Bezo, back and everything. Check this out. We got an exclusive interview with Carol Daughters founder, Lisa Price. We got a chance to interview her. Definitely a lovely lady. Check it out.
Yes, I'm from Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, so I left there pretty early this morning. Carol's Daughters is a company that I started 21 years ago. I used to make fragrances in my kitchen, and then I started to make products to go with those fragrances, and my mother encouraged me to sell at a church flea market, and that was the beginning of me selling product and not just giving it to my friends and family, and it just continued to grow from there through word of mouth. As far as the product hitting the market, I guess it had different phases of that. So initially there was a health food store in Park Slope, Brooklyn, that carried the product for the first time, which was pretty exciting. And I remember getting a phone call from someone who had gotten product from a friend as a gift, and it was the first time that I actually couldn't connect who it was that purchased it and sort of like realize, okay, I don't know everybody that buys this stuff anymore, and that was kind of a moment. But you know, each time that I have those types of things, when I see it in a new environment, like now we're in Target, you know, every time it's still exciting, it's still a little bit surreal, and it's a good reminder that hard work pays off. For someone who is a budding entrepreneur, starting a business, there's a few things that are really important to remember. Knowing why it is that you started your company and what it is that you bring to it that's different from what everyone else does, because that's part of your DNA, and that eventually becomes your marketing story. And sometimes I think as entrepreneurs, we don't think of it that way as we're developing it, but it becomes very important once you're in business for 5, 10, 15 years, because it's how you differentiate yourself. People can mimic what you do and maybe copy what you do, but they can't really copy who you are if you're able to incorporate your authenticity into your brand. Well, our investors include Jay-Z, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Mary J. Blige. Yes, I keep in contact with Jada and Mary a bit more, but through the person who manages that investment team, Steve Stout, and you know, through our board of directors, everybody knows everything that's going on in the business. But I occasionally get to say hi to Jada and Mary a bit more often, I guess because we're the girls. What I've always wanted to do with my brand, and you know, whenever I'm asked about where do you see it in the future, I always want it to be successful, but I also want it to be relevant. And whatever that means, however that iterates, that's how I want it to be. I don't like to define, you know, in 5 years I'm going to have this, or in 5 years I'm going to have that. Because what I've learned is sometimes what you think you're going to get in 5, you might get in 1. Or what you think you're going to get in 5, you're not supposed to have. You're supposed to do something else. So I don't like to limit it, but I want to be successful, but I always want to be relevant. I never want to be stale and old.
All right, we back and everything. I hope you enjoyed that interview with Lisa Price, and I hope you enjoyed the show. I mean, we talked about HIV in the black community, minimum wage, side chicks, and President Obama, man. Did y'all enjoy?
Oh, man, good topic.
Yeah, it was really good.
So check us out at facebook.com/PageTurner Entertainment. Beck-G?
Beck-G in the building. Y'all come check your girl out. I'm on Facebook. Rebecca Gaines, my whole government. But you can peep me every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock at Famous Radio. It's www.famous-radio.com on my show, The Morning After Show.
Get it.
All right, it's your boy Prince Hakeem, and I had a great time. Make sure y'all check me out also on Famous Radio Live. Shameless plug, www.famous-radio.com. You can hit me on Instagram at phakeem. I need more followers, so hit me up.
I need more followers.
I know.
The love
I saw. We'll help you out.
I would be Dani Bell. And you can hit me up on Facebook, Dani Bell W, or my Twitter, Dani_Bell7.
All right. So check us out. Check us back next week for the next episode of Page Turner Man, and God bless.